Welcome back to ESA Summer 21. We are raising money for Save the Children, and links to donate can be found below the stream. We'd also like to thank Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. And now it's time for Ahmad, who's going to be running Mega Man 11. Take it away.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad. I'll be playing Mega Man 11 normal any percent, no out of bounds. And for the commentary we have Carter Freak here. Say hello.
Hey everybody, I hope you're all ready to see an awesome Mega Man 11 run.
Awesome indeed. Okay, so because people requested, we're going to use the instrumental soundtrack for this run. Not the original soundtrack, so if you don't like that, too bad. If you like it, cool. Can't be winners all the time, right? But without further ado, let's get this show on the road. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so starting off Mega Man 11, we are going to be going through, just skipping the tutorials really quick and going into Impact Man Stage first. We go Impact first because the weapon is extremely good for just going fast. It's faster than sliding. You want to go fast, so you go Impact first. But yeah, just Mega Man 11, latest iteration in the Mega Man Classic game series. Just general jumping, sliding, shooting, all that fun stuff. We start off with just the Buster at the beginning. We have the ability to charge it. We also have some new stuff that was introduced in Mega Man 11, which are the speed and power gear. So the speed gear lets you slow down time. It slows down like enemies that are around you and Mega Man a little bit as well. And the power gear lets you do amped up versions of your attacks. So you can do like a charged power buster. You can charge it up even further to do like a final buster that does even more damage. This room here is really tricky. It looks a lot simpler, but it's really, really tricky to actually make that jump because you only have a little bit of space to jump out from underneath that ledge. So we're going to be seeing our first use of speed gear here in just a moment. Ahmad's going to be using it to slip past this Mawaru Sea and slips in between him there. If you don't use speed gear, you will end up making contact with him. And we will be seeing our first use of power gear here in just a moment as well. So Ahmad is going to take out these barriers and then start charging up a final buster. So you have to fill up the charge meter all the way and then shoot that. It pierces the boss's, what do you call that? The crane. Normally that would kind of block things, and you can use that to hit the boss a bit sooner and kill it a lot faster. This room is really scary. So Ahmad has to take a damage boost here and then jump through some spikes. If he does it too slowly, he will die. And then he also has to make another rush coil jump, sorry.
Did you see what I did there?
Oh, jeez.
Everything's fine.
I have to ask, are you going to go for the spike jump?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit of marathon unsafe to go for. So in this room here, you can actually jump to the left here where those spikes are, and you can land just to the right of them and climb up this screen a little faster. But we're not going to go for that because it's a marathon and it's a little bit unsafe. It puts you all the way back to the elevator room there, so it's not the best idea to go for it. Okay, so yeah, we're going in Impact then here. So anyone that might have played this game knows this boss has a transformation. We're going to skip that. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to start this fight off with a charge shot, and then we're going to fire a single lemon at the boss, and then a power buster, and then we're going to try and fit in 2 more power busters in between the fourth attack the boss does. And if we do it right, we should skip the transformation. We didn't get the really fast pattern, but we ended up getting the transformation skip, which is awesome because the transformation for this fight is really slow. He goes completely invulnerable and you can't hit him for like 10 seconds or something like that. So it's a pretty big time loss. So now we get the pile driver. Pile driver is just kind of like a forward dash. It will kill enemies as you spike through them. Ahmad really likes the spike, so he's going to be doing that a lot for the rest of the game.
That's a lie.
It's totally not a lie. He is saying that he doesn't like to spike, but as you will see throughout the rest of this game, he really does like to spike because he's going to be using this everywhere. So Impact Man weapon is really the crux of this run. It is where we're going to be putting most of our ammo preservation into effect. We're going to be trying to use Impact in as many places as possible, and we're going to be trying to farm as many drops as possible to use more Impact, basically. So like these snowflakes here, Ahmad's going to try and kill some of these to get additional drops. You'll see him swap between Buster and Impact to just see if he can farm out drops, because they do not slow you down in this game, unlike in other classic Mega Man games. I guess I should mention that in this game, we have a couple different quality of life things. So there's a weapon wheel that we can use to quickly swap between powers, which is what Ahmad is using to quickly swap between Buster and Pile Driver. And we also have the ability to use auto fire. Auto fire is built into the game, so it's allowed to be used for speedruns for this game. So we ended up using that a fair bit for frame 1 buffers entering a room. So right here, he's going to use that to immediately fire the final Buster, and then use the auto fire to quickly fire into the mini boss's eyes as they open up, and finish it off with an impact. Some of the other things for this this stage has some wind effects here. You don't get to see them very much. There's only a couple screens that have them. And we're also going to be picking up this W tank here. But the wind effects, they'll either blow to the left or the right. They'll slow you down a little bit. Okay, here comes a scary jump. Okay, he did make it. That jump is really scary, because if you go too high there, you'll bonk the wall and you'll fall into the spikes and die. And too low, you obviously just drop into the spikes and die. So you don't want that. All right, so coming into the windscreen I was talking about here, we have another one that's coming up. This one blows to the left, so it slows you down a little bit. Sorry, right. He did make it, though. He made it. That jump is really scary, because if you miss that, you go all the way back to the screen right after the mini-boss. You really don't want that.
Flashbacks.
All right, so we have Tundra Man. Tundra Man is very fabulous. We don't have his weakness right now, but we're going to be just shooting a bunch of power busters at him, and he'll just kind of go down. One of the things that you do in this fight here is you actually try and not hit him with all the shots. For the second shot he did there, he ended up only hitting him with the second part of the power buster, just keeping the health thresholds in check so that he can kill him before the boss tries to do his speed gear attack. That's a common theme in this game, is that we're going to be trying to avoid as many power gear and speed gear transformations from the bosses as possible. The boss fights in this game are really cool. They're really well planned out, and honestly, like, that's probably one of my favorite parts of this game is just seeing how I don't know, like, how cool the fights are, right? All right, going into Torchman. So we now have access to Tundra Man's weapon. We're not going to be using it too much except for killing bosses, just because it slows us down. When you use it, you can't be moving, so we only really use it when we have to. But it's a really good weapon. The normal version of it is like a nice freeze. He might still be dead. Are we alive?
Barely.
Okay, we made it. So yeah, the firewalls will chase you on 3 different screens in this game, as we just saw there, and thankfully we have Tundra's weapon right now, so you can freeze the walls, which is a pretty convenient thing here, because there's another screen coming up where we're going to be trying to grab a W tank while the fire is chasing us. It'll be right after this mini boss. Don't blink, by the way. So we're going to just go past this oven tank, and then we're going into the next fire screen. There's a W tank in this screen that we're going to try and grab without freezing the firewall, so we'll see if Ahmad can get it. You have to jump through this small gap. He does get it. That firewall does kind of rubber band a bit, so if you're close to it, it'll be a bit slower, and if it's further away, it'll speed up. And we're going to be starting to use W tanks now. So the W tanks, we're going to be picking up a lot of them throughout the run. We're going to be using them mostly to refill Impact Man ammo, just because, again, Impact is extremely good. You need to use it pretty much everywhere just to go fast. There's a lot of places where you just can't slide, so you use it anywhere you can't slide, anywhere that sliding would be slower. And we got this last fire screen here. This one's not too bad, though. We're gonna do a power shot on this shield or Padawan here, and just impact right through him. You will bounce off him if you try and impact him before you charge buster him, so you need to make sure you get that charge buster in. And here we have Torchman. Torchman's kind of he's a bit of a pushover. It's a little bit of a shame considering his lore in the game. This guy, he trained under a waterfall and put himself out of repair for 3 months, only to get taken down by like 3 different Tundras. It's a bit of a shame. It really is. I feel for him. Like, Torch Jutsu forever. He really wanted to show off his Torch Jutsu, but he doesn't get a chance to.
That was a really rough beginning for Torch, but somehow we made it.
Do you mind if I quickly jump in with a couple of donations?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go.
Thank you very much. Mellow Flows has donated $10 and says, "Did you know Ahmad is a talented speedrunner and dancer? I'll donate another $10 if he shows off his infamous Ahmad jam. Good luck, Ahmad. We love you."
I will do just that, Mello, after this stage.
Just one more quick one, if that's okay. BTFM239 donates $50 and says, "Good luck, Ahmad. Thanks for using the instrumental version of the soundtrack so everyone can hear the best song, Torch Song." Yeah, I said it. And remember, as a wise man from Finland once said, "Sutu yo." And I hope I got that correct.
Thank you so much for the $50 donation.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, we're in Blastman. We have access to Torch's weapon now, which is actually a really good weapon. You don't slow down at all when you're using it, and you can use it in a couple different ways. So the normal version of it will just kind of fire at a 45-degree angle diagonally, and the Power Gear version will fire 3 different shots off. And we end up using this a lot, especially in this stage, because it can blow up explosive boxes here, so you can use that to just go faster in general in a couple different spots of this stage. We get some more W tank usage here. Again, just want to use as much impact as possible. So you'll see an example of using Torch here to blow up some of the explosive blocks just to go a little bit faster. He's going to use it to blow up the blocks that are above him and just rush coil up just to go up this vertical screen as fast as possible. And I hope you all have been having a blast, because we're going in a blast man right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. This fight here is really cool. So we start off immediately with a Tundra, and then we're going to be doing a Power Buster between the mines, a Power Buster above the mines, and then a Power Buster right before he does his Power Gear. And that was a really well executed fight by Ahmad. Really well done.
By the way, we're doing really poorly with bolts right now. This is going to be an issue here.
You still have the extra bolt you can pick up in block, right?
Yeah, but we only have 200 right now. This is a pretty odd situation, to be honest. But we'll make it.
Hopefully we can get another extra bolt drop. So we need some bolt drops here, because after Blockman, we're going to be entering the shop and buying out as many W tanks as we possibly can. Because, as I said, W tanks are really good for this game because impacts lets you go fast. All right, but putting that on block for now. We're going into Blockman Stage, and yeah, so we now have access to Rush Jet, the thing I've been confusing for Rush Coil for the past little bit here. This is going to be used for pretty much the rest of the run for anything vertical. It's just it costs less ammo because Rush Jet and Rush Coil both use the same ammo for this. And it's just faster it gives you a second jump, essentially. You're going to be using it pretty much anywhere there's a ladder, and almost any vertical screen it's going to be used. This is another mini boss, Don't Blink. It's just going to be kind of taken out really quick here. And we're going into a kind of a long horizontal screen here. It's got some puzzle blocks that people might remember from the demo stage. We don't care about those because we're just going to blow those up with Blast. And let's see if we can get this cool little impact. Very nice. We get another vertical screen here. This is a cycle-based room that we need to kind of go at a certain speed through, or else the block will get in our way. It went a little slow, so had to slow down a little bit. Oh no, Ahmad! He didn't die.
Don't scare me like that.
Sometimes people joke a little bit about that spot there, because sometimes you don't have the last impact, and sometimes runners will be like, oh no, I'm going to die, and they'll pause and just refill their ammo right away. It's just some funny stuff. So yeah, we get some more block puzzles. We don't care about those again, we're just blowing them up, because we want to go fast. Some more vertical screens here, with the blocks falling. Again, just rush jetting up and impacting through the longer screens, just doing the usual go fast stuff, right? We get a nice impact over this anti-eddy here. And this is probably one of my favorite fights in the game. So this is the Blockman fight. So Blockman has a transformation. Again, we're going to be trying to avoid that. So we're going to start the fight with a Power Tundra, and then we are going to follow that up with 2 mines, and then 4 on the right wall, and then charge a final buster. The mines on the right will detonate, and then we fit in a final buster to do the last bit of health before he starts his transformation. And yeah, we don't get to see it at all, thankfully. Now, I was going to say, I was going to donate $10 for any transformations that end up happening from Block and Impact, but because we've already gotten the first 2, I'm actually going to raise that to 20.
Ooh.
All right, so we're going into shop, and Ahmad, are you sure?
Yes, I am positive here.
We are 1 W tank short, but that should be okay. I believe you can either do no W tank for Wily 1, or you can just go into shop later and buy another W tank if you...
I'll probably buy, yeah. I'll get one.
So this is Bounce Man. This is honestly like the most complicated stage in the game. If you ever start to speedrun this game, this stage is hard. It's one of the few stages we use 2 W tanks for, and it's not because of impact. We actually use it because of rush ammo. We need to do a lot of vertical climbing here, and it's where we start seeing some of the harder things to do in this game. So I didn't get to mention it really quickly there, but you can actually do a rush coil into a rush jet if you immediately swap to a different weapon after bouncing off of rush coil. So you can get a lot of vertical height. Shoutouts to Frog Balloon. He had his moment.
And Pump Master K.
Yeah, definitely Pump Master K too. You can't forget about him. So yeah, just lots of vertical climbing with Rush Jet. Again, this is a really hard stage to actually pull off in a run. So doing really good so far from Ahmad.
Ooh.
Getting the vertical skip here, having a bit of trouble on the ladder, as all Mega Man runners do.
True.
And we have another Frog Balloon here. We get a very brief glimpse of Pump Master K again before he gets blown up into smithereens. All right, now we're coming into a really important coil jet that you really need to get. Okay, he did get it. That's really important. So that one is important because you need to get that W tank. And we have another one there, and then we're going to have another really cool skip. This one was actually discovered by Ahmad, so he's going to do a final...
I actually don't have enough.
Oh, no.
As you can see, I'm falling down.
Okay, he technically got it, but then he didn't have enough... He didn't have enough jet ammo.
You saw it? You saw it? Yeah?
Yeah. So you can skip going to that last bouncer there by doing like a final buster charge while summoning Rush Jet, and it's really, really cool. I'm sad for Ahmad that he couldn't really show it off, but it is what it is. So Ahmad, again, showing he really likes the spike. He's just going to mercilessly murder this bouncy boy with impact.
Oh, we're not.
Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. He really does not like the spike today. He was just he was having too much fun bouncing around.
Exactly.
Do we have time for a couple more quick donations?
Sure thing.
Thank you very much. Base Guy has donated $50 as well and says, "You're representing the classic Mega Man community and all of Finland, Ahmad. No pressure, Kappa. Good luck on the run." We also have $10 from the Phantomaya, who says, "Hype, gonna crush this, Ahmad." And also another $10 from Mellow Flows, who says, "Heart, Ahmad."
Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody, for the donations. Yeah, this is going towards an awesome cause, so seriously, thank you, everybody, for putting this towards Save the Children.
Exactly.
All right, so yeah, we're going into Fuse Man Stage now. This stage is a pretty cycle-based stage. There's a lot of electric lasers that will kind of get in your way. Most of them we can end up kind of circumventing by using Impact, because Impact is completely broken and lets you go through electric beams, apparently. So we're going to be using that in this long screen here. We're going to be impacting through and just kind of skipping this one laser here. This screen is really tricky. Let's see. Can you get the... Okay, he got all the laser skips. That's really, really good. And then just a quick staircase screen here before we go into the mini boss, the Dreadmaster. I like the scenic explosion there, Ahmad. Very, very cinematic.
Thank you.
So we have another laser screen here, and we're just going to impact past all that. Wanted to kill that Electruria, but that's okay. We didn't get him. And this screen in particular. So we're trying to avoid all the laser cycles here, and we need to time a jump here with Rush Jet. Managed to get it. Very well done. So that screen's actually pretty tricky. This one too. You can do this without... Oh,
Had a little freeze there for a moment.
yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
That screen you can do without even using speed gear, but usually you want to use speed gear. Okay, so this boss, really fast. Power bounce, charge buster. And then we're going to bounce and do a power buster and a power buster to finish up the fight. This fight can go really wrong really fast if you don't time your speed gear to get the first power buster shot you do there, because you have to get that to collide with him with both hits. If you don't get that, then he'll go into a speed gear phase and he starts zipping around the screen and can be a bit of a pain in the butt. But yeah, very, very, very well executed. You could say that Fuse Man got scrambled.
Oh my god.
It was pretty electrifying.
Do you have these on a paper?
No, I don't. we're just going as we go.
So, tell me about Fuse.
Yeah, so Fuse is the water stage for this game. This stage has a lot of flowing water that makes you move faster or slower depending on which way it's flowing. A lot of the screens will be flowing forward, so you'll end up moving a little bit faster than you're used to moving. It's also one of the stages that we end up using 2 W tanks, like Bounce Man. So we're going to use the first one here, and that's going to carry us all the way to the mini-boss, and a little bit after the mini-boss, if I remember correctly.
Right.
And we have a descending screen here, which there's not very many of in this game. We're going to throw a mine out, maybe 2. Okay, yeah, we got 2. You can do it with 1, but 2 is a bit safer. And then we're going to throw the entire kitchen sink at this mini-boss. Just as many blocks and tundras and bounces as possible and just make it die. Get some small ammo refills here and just impact across the screen. This one here, the water's flowing against you, so you definitely want to be impacting against there. And we have another really long vertical screen. Again, just impacting as much as possible. We ended up getting a large ammo drop there, so Ahmad got a lot of extra.
Another one.
Oh my goodness, the ammo drops. Normally you would not have ammo at this point. You would have to refill.
Should I just save it?
Yeah,
I'm
thinking you might as well just save it at this point, because then you can save getting the extra W tank from the shop.
Exactly.
So this is a case of good luck. So this game, like I said, ammo drops are a really, really big deal in this. Some enemies can't drop ammo, but the ones that can drop generally either a small or a large ammo. And you really want to get as much impact as possible. It's so good in this game. By far the best weapon, just for speedrunning anyway. Alright, so we got Acid Man. We're going to be dropping some blocks on his head, follow that up with a charged power buster, and then just throw some more blocks at his head and a block and a blast, and he'll be dead.
Do you mind if I quickly jump in again?
Go for it.
Thank you very much. We have $10 from the Megamar, who says, "Good luck again, Ahmad. Good to see you doing live Ahmad jamming." Also, $5 from Buster Only Queen, who says, "You got this. Good luck. Have fun to you and the rest of the runners." We have $9.25 from GP with no comment, and $10 from Anonymous with no comment as well. Thank you all so much for your donations. We are so close to $11,000 now. Just $76 shy, so please keep them coming in.
Thank you very much.
Yo, let's make it to 11,000 before we get to the end of the Mega Man 11 run. I believe in everybody in the ESCI chat. You guys got this. All right, so we're going into Wily 1. Gear Fortress 1 here. This stage is terrifying. I'm going to be honest with you. This is honestly, like, there's so many pits in this screen, or in this stage, that like one little mistake with your impact can lead to you just falling to your death. So you have to be really careful here. There's a lot of like one tile jumps too, where you have to jump off of a single tile and not fall before you impact. So I'm not doing good so far. Going to get these large ammo refills here because again we want to impact through all the things. We're going to do another charge thing here. This is another example of using the rush jet boost where you use the power buster or the final buster to go faster on rush jet, which is really cool. It honestly feels like this stage was just designed for impact too because of the placement of all the large ammos on the stage. Like they knew you'd want to just impact through everything here when they made this. Another rush boost. Oh, we didn't get that one. That's okay though. And then we just have one last vertical screen here. We're going to kill the airstone that's in our way and just rush jet our way up. And we're heading to a very familiar face. So this is going to be Yellow Devil. And I believe Ahmad's going to go for the hardest strat on this fight, which involves doing a coil jet. So let's see if he can get it.
I'll try.
Okay, I believe in you. So this pattern is also the exact same as the one from Mega Man 1. So there's no difference here. If you know how to dodge that pattern, you can dodge this one. All right, so we're throwing 4 mines, waiting for Yellow Devil to go up, throwing 4 more mines after the coil jet, blowing him up at the very top of the screen. We missed one of the mines. That's okay, though. That's okay, yeah. As long as he dies before he gets off the screen, it's okay. Ideally, you want to kill him at the door to the entrance of the screen.
Yeah,
but
was just a bit too early with the first manual detonation there, but that was still good. We got it.
You got the hard part of it anyway. That's the part that if it goes wrong, it's not good.
Yeah.
And then Gear Fortress 2. So interesting thing about this stage is you're supposed to have that crusher you saw at the left of the screen at the very beginning kind of chase you, and you'll see it on the start of this screen here. He'll kind of... Oh, you won't even actually really see it. He ends up showing up on the left there. He comes through the wall.
Oh, that was a big drop.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He got that with torch ammo instead. You don't want to have it's interesting because the firewall is actually more dangerous than the crusher that chases you in this. And it almost feels like they're supposed to be like the firewall should have been the speed of the the crusher, and the crusher should have been the speed of the firewall because, you know, Wily 2 should probably be harder than one of the 8 Robot Master stages, but it is what it is. So these are actually mini bosses, but they die in a single hit from Blast. Blast is a really, really powerful weapon in this game. It does a lot of damage, especially if anything that's weak to it just dies in a single hit. As it turns out, these towers are weak to it, so they just kind of go kaboom. Now, normally Ahmad, if he got good RNG here, would have an M-Tank and would have used an M-Tank on this screen. But because we didn't have an M-Tank, he has to kind of ration his ammo a bit more. And has to pick up the 2 large ammos in that screen. Going to be climbing up this last crusher section here. One of the few places you actually get to see them in the speedrun. And there's he actually got a lot of large drops, so he has enough ammo to do the hard strat for this, or the faster strat for this boss. So you can kill this boss 1 attack faster than normal. We're going to start this off with a bounce attack right into the core, and damage boost off the boss, followed by a power impact. Open the boss up, and then bounce shot. Or it was supposed to be bounce into impact, but that's okay. We're gonna get the slower kill. Oh, we had a bit of a mistake. This is okay. So he's gonna dodge the attack and then just finish it off with Buster.
It's okay.
Yeah, some mistakes were made, but it's okay. That boss does a lot of damage, so it's pretty important to just not die there.
Yeah.
Because any kind of collision with that boss, I think, does like 8 damage or something like that. It's pretty ridiculous.
Gotta be really careful with the contact damage.
All right, so yeah, we're going into refights. Not too much really changes here, except for the impact fight and trying to think what else. I think it's just the impact fight, is it not? Like the impact fight and the torch fight.
Yeah,
are a little different.
So what did you say? $20?
Yeah, $20.
Whew. Okay. I'm not doing this intentionally, by the way.
Okay. It's for charity, so if it is intentional, that's perfectly fine.
Right? That's a charge.
Right.
Should be easy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the easier pattern there. If you get a charge as the third attack when you're doing the Tundra kill on impact, you have a lot more time compared to the jump attack. If you have some donations, this would be a good time to do it.
Yeah, we have a $10 anonymous donation with no comment, but it does go towards the Scooby-Doo cosplay incentive. So thank you very much for that donation. And also a $15 donation from Lazy, who says $15 towards seeing some runner I've never seen before cosplay as Scoob, and that one is also going to the same incentive.
I also just want to say we're like $51 away from being an 11K. Let's see if we can get to it before the end of the Mega Man 11 run.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so yeah, that's Acid Man down. So now we're going into Blockman again. Amaya has one more chance to make me pay $20.
This is the harder one.
Yeah, so this one we're going to be starting with a bounce instead of Tundra because we need to save some Tundra ammo here. So we're doing three mines this time instead of 2 on Blockman, followed by 4 on the wall, and then doing the same ending sequence to kill the boss. That was really tight. He almost missed that.
Yeah, that was almost frame perfect.
So if you're too slow there, he gets invulnerability frames when he starts to transform, and that was pretty much right at the end of when it would have started being the iframes. See if we can get two good fuses in a row here. You're so good at that fight.
Thank you.
This man is a legend. He's really put a lot of time into this game. Dedicated grind for about a year. Ended up getting the world record. Still has it. Really fantastic runner. I'm just going to take the time here, just while we're doing the rest of the refights, to shout out Ahmad and say,
no.
You guys need to follow this man because he is absolutely amazing speedrunner. He's a really entertaining streamer. Be sure to check him out because he's going towards partner. He's making that partner push, and he deserves all the support ever because he's a really awesome person. So just check out Ahmad.
Thank you, Carter. That was very heartwarming.
So the difference with the torch fight here is that we fit in a power buster. That's really the only difference for this one. Just again because we're trying to save Tundra ammo because we want to have Tundra to do a faster blast fight. There is another version of the blast fight that we can do, but it's like a second slower, and it's faster to do the bounce version of block than it is to do the torch version of blast. So this is actually one of the few robot masters other than... No, I think this is actually the only robot master that we don't use the weakness on. Because normally you would use torch on him, and I don't think any other robot master we don't use the weakness on.
I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but that was a gold split on Refights. Oh no.
It was a pretty good refight.
I hope it didn't go through the stream.
Alright, yeah, so we're going into the final stage here. We're going to be going into fight none other than Wily himself. He unfortunately spent all of his budget on Mavern, which was the Gear Fortress 2 boss, and the fortress itself, so I feel like he maybe cut a little bit of the budget on his own boss fight. It's pretty crazy how this guy has so much money for... he didn't... Okay, you do want to skip that platform. Unfortunately, some movement things happen.
Elevator of shame.
Run is verified, by the way. Shout out to Twitch Rivals. Alright, so just so the timer, or so people know for the timer will end when the second form of Wily has been taken down. So this is one of the few spots we actually get to see Acid Weapon. It's pretty bad everywhere else, but it's really good for Wily. The shield, the power gear version of the shield does a lot of damage, so we end up using it here. We're going to do an acid shot at Wily here just to get an initial hit, and then try and get as many shield hits as possible. Ideally 3 of them just to end the fight really quickly. And... Time! Awesome run, Ahmad.
Just curious, what was the time?
It looks like it's 33:47.
Wow, really?
Yep, I can confirm it is indeed a 33:47. GG.
Damn, that is a really good time. My goal was like 35, so 33 is amazing. But yeah, that was Mega Man 11. Really, really intense speedrun. If you guys want to learn any of these classic Mega Man games, we have awesome community at the Classic Mega Discord, including all the classic Mega games, even Rockman and Forte, by the way, which is a real classic. Thank you, Carter, by the way, for commentary. Always pleasure to have you here.
Anytime.
And going to do a little counter ad for Carter here. So definitely follow Carter Freak on Twitch, twitch.tv/Carter Freak. Very, very, very friendly person, and my master, so to call, for this game. He taught me pretty much everything I need to know about it. So definitely great person, great friend for over 2 years now. Thank you all the donators. Thank you my community, and thank you ESA especially for having me here. That's my debut run here, but I'll be back later this marathon to play the NES Blaster Master as well, so you'll see my face again. If you want to follow my shenanigans, you can find me on twitch.tv/Ahmad__, because one underscore is probably or apparently not enough. Carter, do you have anything?
Not really, no. Just, yeah, like I said, definitely follow Ahmad. Check him out. He's a really awesome streamer. And shout outs to the Mega Man community for being so supportive and awesome. And being one of the few communities that I can honestly say that has just been absolutely fantastic from the get-go. There hasn't been a single negative experience so far with them. So, yeah, you guys are awesome. Keep it up.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me. And see you later on the marathon. So good luck for the upcoming runners. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for that run. Carter, amazing commentary, and Ahmad, I am a huge fan of Ahmad Jam, I will tell you right now. Stick with us, everyone. That is unfortunately all from me as well. I'm going to be handing over to Argic, who's going to be your next host. He is going to be bringing you the hecking good block. That's right, Hackathon is up next, and we're going to be kicking off with Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, Team Duncan versus Team Percy. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.